Today we're diving into a battle you may not even realize you're fighting. The battle for your focused attention. It's one that we all live in every day. Have you ever gone to look at something on your phone and you're going for this, but then you have a notification. So you check your notification and your notification takes you to Instagram, and then you hit a couple reels, and the next thing you know, 30 minutes of your life are gone. Everybody's done it. You've done it. I've done it. We've all done it to where something distracts us. It may not be reels, but it's something else. Our focused attention is something we have to fight for because it's being attacked every day. And we live in a world that is clamoring for our attention. Everything is coming at it. So what can you do? Well, you've got to learn to fight. You've got to learn to fight for your own attention. And we're going to talk about how on today's show. Hey guys, I'm David Maxwell from thrivingman.com, where we help you conquer your everyday chaos and live a thriving life. Well, today we're going to be talking about your focused attention, and this is part of a series we call Catch and Release. And what it is it's a way for you to help focus your attention. Because as men today, we have to learn how to focus our attention. We have to learn how to control ourselves. The first person you lead is yourself. And that means you control where your attention goes. Now, if you've been regularly watching this show, you see that, hey, Dave, everything looks different behind you. Well, I finally moved and we're in the process of getting the studio put together. So this is kind of a bare bones episode today because if you're watching the video behind me, there's almost nothing because we're having to put it all together. So bear with us for the next few weeks. We're going to get it looking much better so we can give you a better product. So when it comes to your focused attention, you've got to really think about your body, your brain, your battle. That's really where everything happens. It happens in your body, it happens in your brain. You know what it's like. You've got a big project due, something that you're just really wanting to crush. It's like, today I'm going to be productive. But then things start coming at you. You start getting distracted, or you start procrastinating. You know you need to be working on your project. You know it's important, but your office really needs to be clean that day. Or you want to hang out with someone and talk about the game. Or you want to look at your fantasy football score. You want to do all these things. What's going on with that? Why are we like that? Well, that's a part of us called the flesh. And that's the part of us that wants to do what it wants to do. It doesn't care about anybody else. It doesn't care about anything else. It just wants to do what it wants to do. And if you let it, it will control you in all areas of your life. We've all been there. I don't want to do this, but I do it. And so what we've got to understand is that flesh is a part of us, and we've got to learn what to do about it. And for many men, the struggle is different. Some men have a hard time getting going. They have a hard time kind of starting the engine. It takes them a long time. You know, the guy who's got a project that's been sitting out in his yard for 3 months, 4 months, a year, 2 years, and they're just waiting for the right moment. Everything's got to come together. And there's always a reason. There's always an excuse. And some of us are just like that. We have a hard time getting going, getting things moving in the right direction. Now, some of us are the opposite. Once we get going, we can't stop. We get focused, we get dialed in. And so what we want to do is just keep going and going and going, to the point of sometimes we'll burn ourselves out, we'll burn our family out, we'll burn our workers out. We just want to keep going. We don't know how to stop. And a lot of men are usually fitting in one category or the other. And the key in this, gentleman, is to just understand your tendency. The key to start the process is understand we all have a body, we all have a brain, and we all have a battle to fight. What's your tendency? What do you tend to do? Are you someone who it takes a lot to get going? Do you have to kind of prime the pump to get you going? Or are you the top that can't stop? Once you start, you just move on and move on and move on. Awareness is one of the keys to fighting this. Awareness is knowing, what kind of battle do I have to fight? So here's what's got to happen is you have to know your own tendency. You have to know what's happening in my life. What tendency do I tend to have? That awareness helps you begin to plan and begin to battle for that attention that you have. And once you're aware of what's going on, you can develop the strategies you need to overcome. The second thing we want to talk about is how the system's got you in its sights. You see, a lot of men, here's the issue, is we think today, well, I'm the problem. I've got to fix everything. I've got to do everything. I can do it. Why can't I just overcome? And there's some reality to the fact that you have to make choices. But here's the point. The world is really focused against you. Our society has built up this world where the system is out trying to win your attention, and they're very good at it. Our culture fights for what it wants. They spend millions of dollars to try to keep your attention, to try to keep you focused on what they want you to focus on. Why? Because they make money off it. But what we do is we live in this world where there's constant noise and we don't know how to slow it down. Imagine trying to have a business meeting with a very important client in the middle of a giant concert. You're in the stadium, the lights are going, the music's going. That's how a lot of us are. We live in a world with lights and sound going all the time. It's almost like being in a casino. Have you ever been in a casino? Notice a few things about it. There's no clocks. They don't want you to know what time it is. It's always bright. They've got the lights turned on. They've got noise. They've got sound. Why? Because they want to distract everybody from the fact that most of them are losing their money. They want them to think, you're having a good time. You're having fun. Give us your money. We'll give you fun. That's the trade-off. But what they're doing is they're distracting people. They don't want them to notice what's going on. And that's what's happening in our society today. We kind of live in a giant casino, and we carry little casinos in our phone. And these little things are there to distract us. And what we have to do is understand the culture's not our friend. They're not out to make us better. They're out to use us for consumption. They want to get something. They want to get it from us. There's nothing wrong with consumption. There's nothing wrong with wanting things. But here's the point. You have to take control of you. As a man, you've got to decide, what am I going to do? What am I not going to do? Your focused attention is yours. Don't let someone else control it. Don't let society control it. You decide who you are and what you're going to do. Because think about just the little things out there, like Crunchyroll or Netflix. When you finish a show, what automatically happens? Well, they start loading the next show. In fact, with Crunchyroll, you can skip. You can skip the end. You can skip the intro. You can go straight to the second show. Why do I know that? Because I've done that a lot. I get to the end of one episode and, well, I got to watch the second episode and see what goes on. So you can sit there and binge watch, and you don't have to move. You don't have to do everything. In fact, a lot of people, if they never went to the bathroom, they wouldn't get up. They would just watch the shows all the time. You see, they're there to get you to stay. They want you to keep watching. Nothing wrong with watching a show, watching a couple shows. But what you want to do is pick that, not have it force-fed down your throat. And as a man, you want to pick, what am I going to do? What do I need to do? Who gets my attention and who doesn't? The third thing we want to talk about is the fact that this is your fight, so win. So what's the bottom line here? You've got to fight for what you want. You can't go passive and expect to have attention. You can't go passive and expect things to just magically happen by themselves. It doesn't work that way. You have to decide to fight. You have to decide, I'm going to fight for my own attention. I'm going to fight for my family. I'm going to fight for the relationship with my wife and my children. I'm going to fight for my career. I'm going to be the best at what I do. Those are decisions you make, and then you fight for them. It's not just going to happen because you decide. It's not just going to happen because you want it. You've got to actually get out there and fight. One of my favorite movie scenes is in Rocky II, when Rocky is with Adrian in the hospital. She was sick. He thought she was dying. He wasn't doing anything. And then she kind of woke up one day. She had been out for a while. And she said, come here, I want to tell you something. And he leaned in and she said to him, win. I want you to win. And that moment changed everything. They went into the montage. He started training. I've talked about it before because it's one of my favorite scenes, because it shows if you make that decision, then the work happens. It doesn't happen because you made the decision. Everybody makes decisions. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But you've got to work for it. And as a man, you have to decide, I'm going to fight for my attention. I'm going to work for it. Your attention doesn't happen because of one decision. It happens because of little daily decisions you make, little daily disciplines you implement into your life. That's what you want to do to bring your focused attention into the area you want it to be in. You've got to fight for it. And what you have to do, gentlemen, is decide, is this worth fighting for? Am I going to let Netflix or Crunchyroll or my phone control me, or am I going to control them? That's a key for all of us that we have to master. And understand, this is a daily decision. Just because you decide it doesn't mean it's going to happen. You'll have to make that decision in 3 weeks. You'll have to make that decision next year. It's an everyday decision. We fight for it because we're men. Fighting is what we do. Battling is what we do. And I'm telling you that battling for your own attention is one of the most important things you can do as a man. So are you ready to get in the ring and fight? Are you ready to win like Rocky? Well, here's my challenge for you this week. I want you to take this week and just pick one area. What's one area where you get distracted easily? Maybe it's your phone. Maybe it's people. Maybe it's your TV. Maybe it's your computer. I don't know what it is. But I want you to just pick one area and choose this week, I'm going to fight that area. I'm going to battle. And I'm going to pick when I do that and when I don't do that. I'm going to be the one who's the boss. I'm not going to let culture or my flesh tell me what to do. I'm going to decide in my brain, in my spirit, I'm going to decide what do I want to do? How do I want to focus my attention? Maybe it's forcing yourself to sit down and read every day. Maybe it's forcing yourself to put your phone in the other room or putting it on Do Not Disturb. I don't know. Just pick one area. Don't try to fix everything at once. Start with one area, gain the attention in that area, and you'll see victories begin to happen in more and more areas of your life. Hey guys, if you need help in any areas of your life, check out thrivingman.com. We've got all kinds of resources and coaching there to help you grow as a man because our passion is for you to live a thriving life in every area of your life. So do that this week, fight for your attention, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to the Thriving Man Podcast. If you want to check out more resources from David and Reese, you can go to thrivingman.com. We'll see you in the next episode.